The definition of electricity of transport is transportation electrification refers to the use of electricity from external sources such as electrical grid for all parts of vehicle, such as train, buses, car, and aeroplane. Mobile sources of air pollution as well as program and investment in charging and pollution infrastructure to permit and encourage this use of power. It is regarded as a possible career win for electric utilities and society since it allows businesses to promote environmental goals while increasing customer happiness, lowering operating costs, and ensuring the future value of current assets. Next, advantage of electricity transport for disabled users. One of advantage of electricity transport for disabled users is efficient transportation method. It is because it brings the big number of people that can be carried around in each vehicle compared to cars, and also much more efficiency. Less emission are produced per passengers. For example, make it easier for disabled people to use electricity train. The second one is good alternative for disability people who cannot drive. Some disabled users not be able to drive because they do not know how to drive or they never got a driver license, especially for disabled users, and also because of health condition. For the group of disabled people, transport like train or buses give them easier to travel around. Lastly, suitable alternative is disabled cannot afford a car. Disabled user might not be able to afford specific car because of expensive price compared to the normal car. Few costs also significant costs related to car which should not be underestimated. By doing so, disabled user can save plenty of money, invest it, and may be able to afford a disabled car in their life. Next, disadvantage electricity transport for disabled users. Firstly, long waiting time. In some areas, disabled users have to wait quite long until the next train will arrive, and if some users do not know the schedule of transport, it might have to wait over an hour with crowded people, and it will affect their health. Secondly, pretty crowded at rush hour. Some train systems are quite crowded, especially at rush hour in many big cities such as around lunch hour. Disabled people may cause plenty of stress for their body and brain system and may also lead to a serious health condition because disabled people cannot stay at the place quite long because their body do not suitable compared to normal people. Lastly, may not be safe in some regions. When disabled users use the transport at the night, it may cost their safety because disabled users can also be the victim of robbery because they could not fight back. If they want to use the transport, they have to make sure they have other people to accompany them to make sure they safe. The facility provided on the train is rail wheelchair ramp. It makes easier for disabled users to ride the train. The second one, toilet facility for disabled users on the train. The third one is dedicated space for disabled users on the train. The last one is signposting on the train to make sure normal people aware about disabled users. For the last part, I will explain about type of vehicle electricity transport. The first one is buses, aeroplane, train, and car.